My most precious child, I need you to stop for just a moment and breathe. Just breathe. Can you feel the air filling your lungs? That is my breath in you, a constant reminder that I am as close as the very heartbeat thumping in your chest. I see you. I see the way your shoulders have been slumped under the weight of things you were never meant to carry alone. I have watched you through the long, silent hours of the night when the world was asleep, but your mind was a storm of what-ifs and how-wills. I have seen every tear that has tracked a path down your weary face, even those you wiped away quickly so no one would see your weakness. Listen to me now. I do not see your struggle as weakness. I see it as the labor pains of a miracle that is about to be born in your life. You have spent so long bracing yourself for the next blow, expecting the other shoe to drop, and living in a constant state of high alert that your very spirit is exhausted. But I am here to tell you that the season of survival is ending, and the season of thriving is beginning. By the time this week reaches its sunset, the very things that caused you to weep in secret will become the foundation of your public testimony. You have worried about the numbers in your bank account, looking at them as if they define your future, but I am the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills and the gold in every vein of the earth. I am opening doors that no man can shut. I am moving people you have never met to act in your favor. I am aligning circumstances in the invisible realm that will manifest as sudden breakthroughs in your physical world. You felt lonely, as if you were walking a desert path where no one could hear your cry. But I have been the breath in your lungs and the strength in your bones every single step of the way. When you felt like giving up, it was my hand that held you steady. Your tears have not been wasted. They have been seeds planted in the soil of your faith, and the harvest is now ripe. Within these next 7 days, you will witness a shift so profound that the only word you will find to speak is, "Thank you." I am replacing your anxiety with a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that doesn't make sense given your circumstances, but will sustain you nonetheless. I am healing the fractures in your heart that came from betrayal and disappointment. I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. You are my beloved, my chosen, and my treasure. There is no debt too large for me to settle, no disease too advanced for me to heal, and no heart too broken for me to mend. This week I am turning your mourning into dancing. I am stripping off your sackcloth and clothing you with gladness. Do not look at the storm, look at me. I am the commander of the winds and the waves, and I am saying, "Peace, be still," over your life right now. Your finances will begin to flow from unexpected sources. That phone call you have been waiting for, the one that brings news of hope, is on its way. That reconciliation you thought was impossible is being prepared. I am working in the hearts of your enemies and your friends alike. You have been faithful in the little, and now I am making you ruler over much. Rest in me tonight. Lay down the heavy pack of worries you have been carrying. I will take it from here. I am your provider, your protector, and your father. Your tears of sorrow are being gathered up, and they are being transformed into the purest tears of joy you have ever known. This is my promise to you, 1968, a signature of my divine intent. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are loved with an everlasting love that knows no bounds and has no end. Believe it, receive it, and watch as I move mountains on your behalf. The light is breaking through the clouds, and your morning has finally come. Every shadow is fleeing before the radiance of my presence in your home. Be bold, be courageous, and walk into this week with your head held high, for your King is with you, and your victory is already won. I am touching your finances, your health, and your family tree. Where there was lack, there will be more than enough. Where there was pain, there will be praise. Where there was fear, there will be the fire of my love. Trust in the timing of the Creator. Do not lean on your own understanding, for my ways are higher and my plans for you are for good and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Receive this peace, receive this joy, and let your heart be light. The week of your miracle has begun. As you step into the quiet moments of this Monday morning, feel the shift in the very air you breathe. It is no longer heavy with the humidity of your trials, but crisp with the ozone of a coming rain, the rain of my favor. For too long, you have walked with a slight bend in your shoulders, a physical manifestation of the weight you were never meant to carry alone. Today, I am placing my hand under your chin and lifting your gaze. Look at the horizon of this week, for I have already gone before you to level the mountains and make the crooked paths straight. I see the specific worries that have kept you awake until the 3 o'clock hour. I see the concern for the bank account that seems to drain faster than it fills, and I see the silent plea in your heart regarding that one relationship that has grown cold and distant. I am the God of the restoration of all things. I am moving in the subtle nuances of your conversations and the quiet thoughts of those who have misunderstood you. By Tuesday, you will notice a change in the atmosphere of your home. A peace that surpasses understanding will settle over your living room, where once there was tension. You will find yourself humming a melody you thought you had forgotten, a song of deliverance that I am whispering into your spirit. Do not be surprised when an unexpected message or a forgotten name resurfaces, bringing with it a seed of opportunity. I am orchestrating a divine alignment. You have felt like a spectator in your own life, watching others receive their breakthroughs while you remained in the hallway of waiting. But I tell you, the hallway is not a tomb. It is a birth canal. Every moment of silence was a moment of strengthening. Your roots have gone deep into the soil of my faithfulness, and now the fruit is ready to burst forth. On Wednesday, pay close attention to the small details. I am in the coincidences. I am in the timing of the green lights and the unsolicited kindness of a stranger. These are not accidents. They are my love letters to you, signed with the promise that I am attentive to your cry. Your finances are not a mystery to me. I am the owner of the cattle on 1,000 hills, and I am opening a supply line that the world cannot shut down. Where you have seen lack, I am preparing an overflow so that you can be the blessing you have always desired to be. Your health is being renewed like the eagle's. I am touching the areas of chronic pain and the fatigue that has made even the simplest tasks feel like a marathon. Feel my life force surging through your veins, mending what was broken and reviving what was withered. This is the week where the no you have heard for so long begins to transform into a yes that echoes through your future. I am touching the hearts of those in authority, those who hold the keys to the doors you have been knocking on. They will find themselves thinking of you without knowing why. They will feel a sudden compulsion to favor you, for my favor surrounds you like a shield. I see the tears you shed in the shower where no one could hear you. I have bottled every single one of them. They were the seeds of your harvest. You have sowed in tears, and now you shall reap in shouts of joy. By Thursday, the momentum will be undeniable. You will look back at the person you were just last Friday and marvel at the transformation. The spirit of heaviness is being replaced with a garment of praise. Your house will no longer feel like a fortress of solitude, but a sanctuary of my presence. I am healing the generational lines that have brought struggle to your family tree. The cycles of anxiety and the patterns of defeat are being broken by the power of my word. I am speaking enough to the storm that has battered your ship. I am speaking peace, be still, to the waves of uncertainty. You are coming into a season of stability, where your feet will be set upon a rock that cannot be moved. Do not fear the greatness of what I am doing. You were created for this moment. You were chosen for this specific time in history to reflect my glory and my goodness. Your story is not ending in a minor key. It is modulating into a triumphant anthem. I am the architect of your destiny, and the blueprints I have for your life are filled with color, light, and purpose. Walk through the remainder of this day with the confidence of a child who knows their father is the king. There is nothing too hard for me, and there is nothing about your situation that I have overlooked. The breakthrough is not just coming, it is already here, manifesting 1 hour at a time. Trust the process, trust my heart, and keep your eyes open for the wonders I am about to perform in your sight. As you move into the hours of tomorrow, I am fine-tuning your hearing to catch the melody of my grace amidst the noise of the world. You have spent so long bracing for the next blow that you have forgotten how it feels to simply breathe. I am teaching you how to inhale peace. Remember the way you felt when you looked at your bank balance and felt the cold sting of fear. I am the source, and I am opening reservoirs you did not know existed. I am moving the hearts of people you haven't even met to favor you. The no that devastated you last month was my not this way, for I have better. I am the master of the redirect. Look at your hands. They have been clenched tight in defense, but I am asking you to open them now. Let go of the resentment that has acted like a slow-burning ember in your chest. I am pouring the water of my spirit over those old wounds. The person who spoke those words that scarred your confidence, I am silencing their echo in your mind. You are not who they said you were. You are who I say you were before the foundations of the earth were laid. On Wednesday, you will notice a change in the air. A phone call, a message, or a sudden realization will break the tension that has gripped your heart. It will be the first ripple of the wave. Do not dismiss it as a coincidence. There are no coincidences in the kingdom. Every detail of your life is being woven into a tapestry of victory. You have lived in the not yet for a long time, but you are crossing the threshold into the already. I am touching the physical ailments that have been exacerbated by your stress. The tension in your neck, the heaviness in your chest, the restless legs that pace the floor. I am bringing a deep, restorative rest to your physical frame. You will sleep this week not out of exhaustion, but out of a deep sense of safety. I am your hiding place. I see the way you care for others while your own well is dry. I see the sacrifices you made when no one was watching. I have recorded every tear that fell into your pillow. In my economy, nothing is wasted. Those tears have been watering the seeds of your future joy. You are about to harvest a crop of laughter in the very field where you once sowed in sorrow. Think of the impossible situation that has been looming over your family. I am stepping into the middle of that conflict. I am softening the hearts that have turned to stone. I am the God of reconciliation. I am bringing back the prodigals, and I am restoring the years the locusts have eaten. Your family name will no longer be associated with struggle, but with the abundance of my favor. By Thursday, the shift will be so pronounced that you will find yourself singing without realizing it. A song will bubble up from your spirit, a song of deliverance. You will find yourself walking lighter, speaking bolder, and dreaming again. The dreams you buried because they hurt too much to hold, I am resurrecting them. I am blowing the dust off the promises I made to you years ago. They are not dead, they were only waiting for the right season. And this, my child, is the season. Do not look back at the desert with longing or regret. The desert was the training ground, but the promised land is the destination. I am removing the victim identity from your shoulders and placing the victor's crown upon your head. You have been defined by what you lost for far too long. Now, you shall be defined by what I am giving. The financial chains are being unlinked. The creative blocks are being shattered. The intellectual fog is clearing. You will have the clarity to make the decisions that have paralyzed you for months. I am giving you the spirit of wisdom and revelation. You will see the path through the thicket. You will see the bridge over the canyon. When you sit down to eat this evening, do so with a heart of thanksgiving, even if the table seems sparse. For the table is about to overflow. I am preparing a feast for you in the presence of your enemies, the enemies of doubt, lack, and fear. They will watch as I pour the oil of honor upon your head. Your cup will not just be full, it will run over. This week is the pivot point. The axis of your life is shifting toward my light. The shadows that have chased you are being swallowed by the morning sun. Do not be surprised when people ask you what has changed. Your countenance will radiate a peace that passes all understanding. You will be a living testimony that I am a God who hears, a God who sees, and a God who acts on behalf of those who wait for him. I am refining your purpose. The trials you endured have carved out a capacity for compassion in your soul that will be used to heal others. Your pain was not for nothing. It was the friction that polished the diamond. Now, the light is hitting that diamond, and the spectrum of my glory will shine through you in 1,000 directions. Stay in the posture of expectancy. Expect the good news, expect the healing, expect the sudden turnaround. I am the God of the suddenly. Just when you think you can't take another step, I will carry you. Just when you think the door is locked forever, I will take the hinges off. Your heart has been a battleground, but I am declaring it a sanctuary of peace. Every intrusive thought, every whisper of the enemy saying, "It will never change," I am rebuking on your behalf. Listen for my voice in the stillness. It is the voice that called the stars by name. It is the voice that told the sea where to stop. That same voice is whispering to you, "I love you, I have you, I am for you." The remainder of this week is not just a passage of time, it is a divine appointment. You are moving from the waiting room to the throne room. You are moving from the wilderness to the wellspring. Keep your eyes on me, and you will see the walls of Jericho crumble without you having to lift a finger. The battle is mine, but the victory is yours. Do not think that because you have been silent, I have been absent. I have heard the heavy sighs you released while washing the dishes, the prayers you didn't have the strength to speak aloud, and the tears that soaked your pillow in the hidden hours of the night. Those tears were not lost. I have gathered every single one and kept them in my bottle. And now, I am pouring them back out over your life as the rain of my favor. Consider the seeds you sowed in the season of drought. You thought they had withered and died, but I have been nurturing them beneath the surface of the soil. The roots have grown deep so that the fruit may be abundant. By Wednesday, you will begin to feel a lightness in your spirit that you haven't felt in years. It will feel as if a physical weight has been lifted from your shoulders. You will breathe deeply, and for the first time, the air will not feel thin with anxiety. By Thursday, watch for the random phone calls and the unexpected emails. They are not coincidences, they are my messengers. I am moving people you haven't spoken to in seasons to favor you. I am causing your name to be brought up in rooms where decisions are made, rooms you haven't even entered yet. I am the one who opens doors that no man can shut, and I am putting the key in your hand right now. Look at your hands. They have been weary from holding on, but I am strengthening them to receive. You have been a giver for so long, often giving from your own lack, but the season of your harvest is no longer a distant promise. It is your current reality. Even in your finances, where you have felt the squeeze of the enemy, I am releasing a flow of provision that will not only meet your needs, but overflow to those around you. I am a God of more than enough. I am looking at the fractured pieces of your family, the relationships that seem beyond repair. I am the great physician, and my balm of Gilead is being applied to those old wounds. I am softening hearts that have been hardened by pride and misunderstanding. I am bringing back the prodigals. I am restoring the years of communication that were lost to silence. You will see a reconciliation that defies logic. You will see a tenderness return where there was once only bitterness. This is my doing, and it is marvelous in your eyes. Do not look back at the what-ifs or the should-haves. I have redeemed your past. I have taken your mistakes and woven them into a tapestry of grace. Your scars are no longer marks of shame. They are medals of honor, proof that you survived the fire and didn't even come out smelling like smoke. I am deepening the well of your joy. The world gives a temporary happiness that fades with the circumstances, but the joy I am giving you is a fruit of the Spirit. It is a joy that remains steady even when the wind blows. It is a joy that laughs at the days to come. You have been in a cocoon of isolation, feeling restricted and hidden, but the shell is breaking. You are emerging with wings you didn't know you had. The colors of your life are becoming more vibrant. The gray haze of depression is lifting. I am speaking to your mind right now. Peace, be still. I am quieting the storms of overthinking. I am clearing the fog of confusion. You will have a clarity of vision that allows you to see the path I have laid out for you. It is a path of purpose. It is a path of impact. You were never meant to just survive. You were created to thrive. I am breathing life into your dormant dreams. Those things you tucked away in a drawer because they seemed impossible, bring them back out. Dust them off. I am the God who breathes life into dry bones. I am the God who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Even now, the desert of your life is beginning to bloom. Can you see it? Can you sense the shift in the atmosphere? The clouds are parting, and the Sun of Righteousness is rising with healing in his wings. You are my beloved, and I take great delight in you. I am not a distant king, I am a father who holds his child. I am whispering to your soul that the worst is behind you. The transition is almost complete. You are moving into a land flowing with milk and honey, a place of rest and abundance. Hold on for just a few more days. Keep your heart open. Keep your praise ready. For before the sun sets on the final day of this week, you will stand in awe of what I have done. You will look at your life and say, truly, God has been good to me. Your tears of sorrow are being transmuted into the golden oil of joy. I am crowning you with beauty instead of ashes. I am the God of the 11-hour miracle, and your time has come. The shadows are fleeing and the dawn is here. Let your heart be encouraged. Let your spirit soar. I am with you, and I will never let you go. The depths of my love for you are unsearchable, and the heights of my plans for you are beyond your imagination. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust me. I'm even now rearranging the molecules of your situation. I'm speaking to the giants that have stood in your way, and I am commanding them to fall. Those who doubted you will see my hand upon you and be silenced, not for your pride, but for my glory, so that they may know that I am the Lord who rewards faithfulness. I am restoring your sleep. No longer will you toss and turn with the weight of the world on your chest. I am giving you the sleep of the beloved. When you wake, you will feel refreshed, for I am renewing your strength like the eagles. You shall run and not be weary, you shall walk and not faint. This is your season of supernatural momentum. What used to take years will now take weeks. What used to feel like an uphill climb will now feel like a descent into victory. I am smoothing the rugged places before you. I am sending destiny helpers, people you haven't even met yet, to carry the load with you. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Even when you felt the most abandoned, I was the shadow in the corner, the breath in your lungs, the steady beat of your heart. I have been preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. They will watch as I honor you. They will watch as I pour out my spirit upon you. And you will not have to say a word, for my blessing will be your testimony. Prepare your heart for the suddenly that is approaching. It is closer than you think. The silence you have endured was not my absence, but my concentration. I was focused on the intricate details of the miracle I am weaving for you. Do you remember the moment you almost gave up? That Tuesday afternoon when the weight felt too heavy and you sat in your car and let the tears flow until your vision was blurred. I was sitting in the passenger seat beside you. I was catching every drop. You thought you were failing, but you were actually breaking open. And from that brokenness, I am bringing forth a sweetness you have never known. Look at your hands. I am filling them again. Where they were once empty and reaching, they will soon be full and lifting in praise. By the time the sun sets this coming Friday, the heavy cloud that has been hovering over your household will have vanished. I am touching the hearts of those who have held keys to your future. I am putting your name in their thoughts. I am making it impossible for them to rest until they have fulfilled the role I have assigned them in your story. Think of the legal document that has been pending, the one that caused your stomach to knot. I am breathing my justice upon it. Think of the relationship that felt like a bridge burned beyond repair. I am not just a carpenter, I am the master of reconciliation. I am softening the hardened clay of that heart, and you will see a bridge where there was only ash. This week, your energy will surge. You will look in the mirror and see a light in your eyes that hasn't been there for years. This is the glow of my favor. It is not temporary. It is your new baseline. I am taking you out of the survival mode that has kept your nervous system on edge. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath. The battle is no longer yours to fight. It is mine to finish. I am turning your not enough into more than enough. The crumbs you have been living on are being replaced by the feast I promised. I see the dreams you tucked away in the back of your heart, the ones you were too afraid to pray for because the disappointment was too sharp. I am dusting them off. I am breathing life into them. They were not dead. They were merely dormant, waiting for this specific atmosphere, this specific season. You are walking into an alignment of divine appointments I have scheduled from the foundation of the world. Do not look back at the years the locusts have eaten with regret. I am a God of restoration, which means I give back better than what was lost. I am adding interest to your patience. I am adding a premium to your endurance. Your tears have been the seeds, and the harvest is ripe. I am sending a specific word to you through a stranger this Wednesday, a confirmation that will make your heart leap. You will know it is from me because it will answer the question you only asked me in the quiet of your mind. I am clearing the path of the clutter of anxiety. I am silencing the inner critic that has whispered you are not worthy. You are my masterpiece, and a masterpiece is never left unfinished. I am putting the final strokes of beauty on this chapter even as I prepare the ink for the next. The phone call you have been dreading will turn into a conversation of celebration. The debt that felt like a shackle will be loosened by a hand you did not see coming. I am working in the night while you sleep, moving the hearts of kings and the minds of managers. I am aligning the finances you need for the vision I gave you. No longer will you have to settle for less than my best for you. I am opening the windows of heaven and the pour is beginning. It starts with a drizzle of peace today, but by the weekend, it will be a downpour of joy that overflows your cup. Prepare the extra containers. Prepare your heart to receive more than you asked for. I am not a God of just enough. I am the God of exceedingly abundantly. I am watching over your children, your parents, your friends. My protection is a hedge that no enemy can breach. I am healing the wounds that time could not touch. I am going deep into the root of the trauma and pulling it out, replacing it with the oil of joy. You will feel lighter, as if a physical weight has been lifted from your spine. This is the freedom I died to give you. This is the inheritance of the saints. Do not be afraid of the transition. The shaking you feel is not your destruction. It is the shaking off of the old wine skin so that the new wine can be poured in. You are being upgraded. Your capacity is being increased. Even your capacity for joy is being expanded because the old you could not have contained the glory I am about to reveal. Trust the stretching. Trust the silence. Trust that by the end of this week, the very things that made you weep will be the stories you tell with a smile on your face and a shout of victory in your soul. I am your Father, and I take great pleasure in the prosperity of my children. Not just financial prosperity, but the prosperity of the soul, the peace that surpasses all understanding. Look up, for your redemption is drawing near. The shadows are fleeing, and the dawn is breaking over your life with a brilliance that will never fade. I am with you, I am for you, and I am in you. There is no power in heaven or on earth that can stop what I have set in motion for you this week. Be still and know that I am God, and I am currently performing a miracle in your name. I am looking into the hidden corners of your home. I am bringing peace to the rooms where there has been tension. I am clearing the air of words spoken in anger or hurt. I am replacing them with a spirit of gentleness. I am looking at the list of things you need, the practical, the mundane, the everyday items. I care about those too. I am providing for the smallest need just as I provide for the largest dream. I am the God of the detail. I am the God of the grocery bill and the God of the mortgage. I am the God of the car repair and the God of the tuition. I am making ways in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. You will look back on this week as the great turning point. It will be the marker in your life where you say, "This is when everything changed." I am giving you a new song. It is not a song of lament, but a song of deliverance. You will find yourself humming it in the shower, singing it in the car, whispering it as you fall asleep. It is the melody of heaven. I am also working on your physical health. Those areas of inflammation, those chronic pains that have bothered you, I am sending my healing virtue through your bloodstream. I am correcting the imbalances. I am restoring your vitality. You will have the energy to do the things I have called you to do. You will not be sidelined by sickness. You will not be held back by fatigue. I am your great physician. I am also healing your mind. The loops of negative thoughts, the spirals of what-if scenarios, I am breaking those chains. I am giving you the mind of Christ. You will think thoughts of hope. You will see possibilities where others see dead ends. You will see light where others see darkness. This week, I am also bringing a new level of clarity to your purpose. You have wondered why you are here and if what you do matters. I am showing you the impact you have made, the lives you have touched without even knowing it. I am honoring your quiet obedience. I am rewarding the times you chose kindness when it would have been easier to be cold. I am highlighting your faithfulness in the small things. Now I am making you ruler over much. The door is swinging wide. It is not a door that any man can shut. I have placed it before you, and I am inviting you to walk through it with boldness. Do not hesitate. Do not look back at the threshold with longing for the familiar. The familiar was a cage. The unknown is your playground. I am with you every step of the way. My hand is on your back, gently pushing you forward into your destiny. My spirit is within you, giving you the words to speak and the wisdom to act. This is your time. This is your moment. This is the week where the tears of the night are replaced by the joy of the morning. And that morning is already beginning to break. Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere around you even now? It is subtle, like the first breath of a changing season, but it is undeniable. You have been carrying a weight that was never yours to bear, a heavy cloak woven from the threads of others' expectations and your own misplaced guilt. I am reaching out my hand to lift that cloak from your shoulders. Look at your hands. They have been clenched so tightly for so long, trying to hold onto pieces of a life that was breaking apart. Relax your fingers. Let go of the fragments. I am not asking you to rebuild the old. I am inviting you to receive the new. This week, I am addressing the specific silences that have haunted your home. I see the dinner table where words have been sparse, where the clinking of silverware was the only sound covering the distance between hearts. I am moving in those silences. I am softening the hardened ground of the hearts you love. You have prayed for reconciliation, for a bridge to be built over the chasm of misunderstanding, and I tell you, the first stones of that bridge are being laid today. You will notice a change in the tone of a voice, a softening in an eye that was once cold. These are the precursors to the joy that is coming. I'm also looking into your finances, into the places where lack has whispered lies of not enough, into your ear every time you checked the balance or looked at the rising costs of your needs. I am the Jehovah Jireh, your provider, and I am orchestrating a provision that is not tied to your labor alone. There are resources I have hidden in the field for you, waiting for this exact moment to be revealed. An unexpected check, a debt forgiven, a resource you forgot you possessed. These are not coincidences. They are my fingerprints upon your life. I am doing this so that you may breathe, so that the constriction in your chest can finally ease. You have spent too many nights calculating and recalculating, trying to find a margin that wasn't there. I am creating the margin. I am the God of the overflow. I am also touching your physical body in the places where the stress has settled. I see the tension in your neck, the dull ache in your lower back, the way your sleep has been shallow and fitful. I am sending my peace into your nervous system. I am quieting the fight or flight response that has been your constant companion. You are not designed to live in a state of perpetual emergency. I am leading you beside the still waters of my spirit. This week, you will find yourself taking a deep breath, a real breath for the first time in months. It will feel like cool water to a parched throat, and as you breathe, the tears will begin to surface. Do not push them back. Do not be ashamed of them. These are the tears of release. They are the irrigation for the garden of joy I am planting within you. I am watching you as you move through your workspace, seeing the people who overlook you and the tasks that feel beneath your calling. Do not grow weary in well-doing. I have used this time of obscurity to prune you, to make you ready for the weight of the blessing that is about to be released. You have been faithful in the dark, and now I am bringing you into the light. Someone who has the power to open a door for you has been thinking of your name. They don't even know why yet, but I have placed a curiosity in their spirit regarding you. Prepare your heart, for the invitation is coming. You will not have to scramble or perform. You will simply need to be yourself, the self that I have refined in the furnace of this past season. I'm also healing the phantom pains of your past. You know the ones, the memories of rejection that still sting as if they happened yesterday, the words of a parent or a former partner that still echo in your mind, telling you that you are a failure. I am the great eraser. I am scrubbing those lies from the walls of your soul. I am replacing them with my truth. You are chosen, you are cherished, you are more than a conqueror. Every time a tear falls this week, think of it as a drop of ink being washed away from a page of sorrow. By Friday, that page will be white and clean, ready for the story of joy I am beginning to write. You have felt like you were walking through a thick fog, unsure of where to place your feet, terrified of falling off an edge you couldn't see. The sun is rising now, and the fog is burning off. You will see the path clearly. It is a path of grace. It is a path that leads upward. You will look back at this week and say, that was when everything changed. You will remember the heaviness of Monday and Tuesday, and you will marvel at the lightness of your spirit by the time the sun sets on Sunday. I am not just changing your circumstances. I am changing you within your circumstances. I am making you resilient. I am making you radiant. Your neighbors will notice a glow about you. Your colleagues will wonder why you are smiling at a screen. It is because you carry a secret, the secret of my presence, the secret of a God who sees, who knows, and who acts on behalf of those who wait for him. I am leaning in close to you now. I am whispering to the deepest part of your heart, trust me. Even when the evidence of your eyes seems to contradict my words, trust my heart. I am the weaver who sees the top of the tapestry while you only see the tangled threads underneath. From where I sit, the pattern is beautiful. The dark threads you hated were necessary to give the gold threads their luster. Without the shadow, the light wouldn't be as brilliant. You are my masterpiece, and I am not finished with you. The tears you shed in private, the ones that soaked your pillow while the world was asleep, I have bottled every single one of them. They are precious to me. They are the seeds of your future laughter. You are moving from a season of how long, O Lord, into a season of look what the Lord has done. It is happening now. It is unfolding in the quiet moments of your day. Stay sensitive to my spirit. Listen for the gentle nudge. Follow the peace that I have placed in your heart like a compass. We are walking out of the valley of weeping together, and the heights of joy are already in view. The climb is almost over, my child. The view from the top will be worth every struggle you endured to get there. I see you sitting at your kitchen table in the dim light of early morning, your hands wrapped around a mug that has long since gone cold. I see the way your eyes linger on the stack of envelopes you have been afraid to open, the ones that represent the weights you have been carrying alone. But you are not alone. I am there in the silence, standing between you and your fears. This Tuesday morning, as the sun begins to peek through your blinds, I want you to feel the weight lifting. I am rearranging the very things that kept you awake at 2 in the morning. That situation at your workplace, where you felt overlooked and undervalued, is being recalibrated by my hand. I am moving the hearts of those who have the power to change your circumstances. You do not need to fight for recognition, for I am your advocate. By Wednesday, you will notice a shift in the atmosphere. The tension that has been a constant companion in your shoulders will begin to melt away. I am speaking to that one relationship that has caused you so much grief, the one where words were weaponized and silence became a wall. I am softening the soil of that heart. I am preparing a way for reconciliation that you thought was impossible. You have spent so many nights wondering if you were the only one trying, the only one caring. I tell you, I have seen your labor of love, and I am breathing life into those dry bones. Do you remember the dream you tucked away in a drawer years ago? The one you labeled too late or too difficult? I am dusting it off. It was not a delusion, it was a seed. And seeds must spend time in the dark before they can break through the surface. You have been in the dark long enough. The pressure you have felt was not intended to crush you, but to crack the shell of your potential. On Thursday, I want you to look for the small wonders. A phone call from someone you haven't heard from in years, a refund you didn't expect, or a sudden sense of clarity regarding a decision that has paralyzed you for months. These are not coincidences. They are my fingerprints. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through the barriers you thought were permanent. Your bank account may show one thing, but my treasury is infinite. Your body may feel the fatigue of the battle, but I am your Jehovah Rapha, the Lord who heals. I am touching the areas of chronic pain, the places where you have grown accustomed to discomfort. I am restoring your vitality because the journey ahead requires your strength. You have been mourning what was lost, focusing on the empty spaces in your life. I'm about to fill those spaces with something better. The no you received last month was my not this way, because I have a yes that is far more glorious waiting for you at the end of this week. I am the God who restores the years the locusts have eaten. I am not just giving you back what was taken, I am giving it back with interest. Think of the way a garden looks after a long, heavy rain. At first, it looks flattened, perhaps even ruined by the downpour. But give it a few hours of my sun, and the green is more vibrant than ever before. The rain was necessary for the growth that is about to explode. You are that garden. The tears you have cried have watered the ground of your character. They have made you soft where you were hard, and compassionate where you were indifferent. I am using your story to become a lighthouse for others who are still lost in the storm. As Friday approaches, the anticipation in your spirit will grow. Do not suppress it. That is my spirit whispering that the tide is turning. You have been rowing against the current for a long time, weary and worn. Now, I am sending a wind to catch your sails. You will move further in the next 3 days than you have in the last 3 years. This is the acceleration of my grace. I am making up for lost time. I am opening doors that no man can shut, and I am shutting doors that would have led you to sorrow. Trust the closures just as much as the openings. I know the end from the beginning, and I am leading you toward a spacious place. Your neighbors will see you walking to your car with a different stride. The heavy veil of sorrow that has clouded your expression is being replaced with a garment of praise. I am putting a new song in your mouth, a song of deliverance. Even now, I am working on the details you haven't even thought of yet. I am going before you to make the crooked places straight. The mountain that looked insurmountable on Monday will look like a molehill by Saturday. I am giving you a perspective from the heights. You will look back on this week and realize that every tear was a transition. You will see that I was never closer than when you felt most abandoned. I am leaning in even closer now. I am smoothing the hair back from your forehead and telling you that the worst is over. The dawn is not just coming, it is here. The light is breaking over the horizon of your life, and it is beautiful. Do not be afraid to hope again. Hope is not a risk when it is placed in me. It is an anchor. Feel the stability of that anchor now. The storms may still howl in the distance, but they can no longer move you. You are grounded in my love, and my love never fails. We are almost there, my child. Just a few more steps. Keep your eyes on me, not the waves. The joy that is coming is not a fleeting emotion. It is a deep, abiding strength that will carry you through every season to come. It is the joy of the overcomer. And you, my beloved, are more than a conqueror. Look at your hands, my child. For so long, you have held them in tight fists, white-knuckled and weary, trying to catch every falling piece of your life before it hit the ground. You have been the architect of your own survival, the sentry at the gate of your own heart, guarding against the next disappointment. But I am asking you now to open those hands. Release the tension in your shoulders that has become your constant companion. I am moving into those areas of your life where you felt you had to be strong because you thought you were alone. You are not alone. I am in the very fabric of your Tuesday afternoon. I am in the quiet hum of your refrigerator when you sit at the kitchen table with your head in your hands, wondering how the math of your life is ever going to add up. I see the pile of papers on your desk, the ones that represent obligations you feel ill-equipped to meet. I see the phone screen that remains dark, the message you are waiting for still unwritten. I am moving in those silences. I am orchestrating a symphony of grace behind the scenes. This week is not just another cycle of 7 days. It is a divine appointment. Think of the things that kept you awake at 3:00 a.m. on Sunday night. Those phantoms of what, if, and if only are being dismantled. I am replacing the spirit of heaviness with a clarity that will startle you. You will find yourself standing in the grocery store aisle, and suddenly, for no reason you can explain to a stranger, a sense of profound peace will wash over you. It is my presence, reminding you that the provision is already on its way. I am dealing with the stubborn hearts that have stood in your way. I am softening the ground where you have tried to plant seeds in the past only to find it frozen and hard. The harvest is not just coming. The first sprouts are breaking through the soil of your circumstances even as you read these words. Do you feel that slight shift in the atmosphere? It is the wind of my spirit blowing away the chaff of your yesterday. I am taking the shattered pieces of your confidence, the times you were told you weren't enough, the times you were overlooked for the promotion, the moments your love was rejected, and I am fusing them back together with a gold that is stronger than the original vessel. You are becoming a masterpiece of restoration. I want you to pay attention to the small miracles tomorrow. Watch for the way the light hits your room in the morning. Notice the unexpected kindness from a colleague who usually ignores you. Listen to the laughter of a child that seems to echo specifically for your ears. These are my love letters to you, whispered through the mundane. I am healing the deep-seated exhaustion that sleep cannot touch. This is a soul rest. I am taking you back to the dreams you buried in the backyard of your heart because they were too painful to look at. I am brushing the dirt off those dreams. I am breathing life back into them. That creative spark you thought died out years ago, it is flickering again. That desire to travel, to build, to write, to heal, it was never lost. It was just waiting for the right season. And this is the season of the turning. You will notice a change in your physical body too. The phantom pains of stress, the tightness in your chest that has felt like a heavy stone, I am rolling that stone away. You will breathe deep, and for the first time in months, it won't feel like a struggle. You will walk through your neighborhood and see the trees not as obstacles in a gray world, but as witnesses to my faithfulness. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your anxieties. I am inviting you to sit and feast on my promises while the world tries to tell you to hurry and worry. Your calendar is being rearranged by my hand. Appointments that would have drained you are being canceled, and doors you never even thought to knock on are swinging wide. I am the God of the sudden turnaround. I am the God who remembers the prayers you forgot you even prayed. I have those prayers stored in golden vials, and I am pouring them out as a refreshing rain upon your dry land. You have been in a wilderness of not yet, but you are crossing the border into the land of now. Do not look back at the desert with longing or regret. The lessons you learned there were necessary, but you are not meant to live there forever. Your identity is changing from one who struggles to one who is favored. This shift will be so internal and so profound that you will catch your reflection in a window and see a light in your eyes that hasn't been there since you were a child. It is the light of a heart that knows it is safe. I am touching the broken relationships that have been like thorns in your side. I am bringing a spirit of reconciliation where it is possible, and a spirit of closure where it is necessary for your peace. You will no longer be defined by who left or who stayed. You will be defined by the one who never leaves. I am wrapping you in a blanket of my sovereignty. Nothing that has happened to you has been a surprise to me, and nothing that is coming will be too much for us to handle together. We are walking into the latter half of this week with a different stride. You are no longer dragging the chains of the past. You are stepping into the rhythm of grace. Let the tears come if they must, but notice their temperature. They are no longer the cold, bitter tears of despair. They are becoming the warm, cleansing tears of a soul that knows it is finally being seen. I am leaning in so close that you can hear my heartbeat, and it beats for you. Every thrum is a declaration of my devotion. You are my pride and joy. You are the one I chose. And by the time the sun sets on Friday, you will look at the map of your life and see that every detour was a divine redirection toward this very moment of breakthrough. Stay close to me. The best part of this week is just beginning to unfold. As you move into the quiet hours of this Wednesday, I want you to feel the shift in the very atmosphere of your home. You have spent so many months bracing for the next blow, standing in a defensive posture even when there was no visible enemy, that your soul has forgotten how to simply rest. But I am unclenching your fists today. Look at your hands as you hold your morning coffee or as you grip the steering wheel on your way to work. I am infusing them with a steadying grace. That project at work that has felt like a mountain of impossibility, the one where you felt the biting sting of inadequacy, is suddenly going to become clear. I am giving you the wisdom of Solomon for the mundane tasks of your afternoon. You will find words you didn't know you had, and solutions will drop into your mind like silver coins into a hollow palm. I am also walking through the hallways of your memories, specifically into those rooms you've kept locked, the ones where you hid the shame of mistakes you thought were final. I am airing out those rooms with the breath of my spirit. You are going to realize that the failure you've been nursing was actually a seed of resilience. I am touching the financial anxiety that has been a low-frequency hum in the back of your mind, the constant, what if, that keeps you from enjoying the what is. I am the provider who fed the thousands with a few loaves, and I am looking at your accounts and your needs with an eye for multiplication. You will see a small, unexpected provision before this week is out. A sign, a token, a wink from heaven to let you know I am handling the big things by taking care of the small ones. I see you in the grocery store aisle, feeling that sudden wave of loneliness or the weight of responsibility for everyone else's happiness. I am standing right there between the shelves, whispering that you don't have to carry the world. You were never meant to be the pillar that holds everything up. I am the pillar. You are the one who gets to lean. Feel the tension leaving your neck and the base of your skull. I am the great physician, and I am recalibrating your nervous system from survival to revival. Even your sleep tonight will be different. I am standing watch over your bed, silencing the intrusive thoughts that usually loop like a broken record. You will wake up on Thursday morning not with a groan of another day, but with a soft, rising thank you that surprises your own ears. This is the rhythm of grace I spoke of. It is the steady beat of a heart that no longer fears the news. I'm also working on that one specific relationship, the one that feels like a frayed rope. I am the weaver of hearts. I am working in the silences between your words and the spaces between your messages. Whether it is a healing of the bond or a healing of your heart to let go, you will feel a lightness where there was once a leaden weight. You will find yourself laughing at something small, a bird's frantic antics, a child's unfiltered honesty, and the sound of your own laughter will startle you. It will sound like a stranger at first, someone you haven't heard in years. That is the sound of your joy returning from exile. You are not just surviving this week. You are being restored to your original design. I am looking at the broken parts of your story, and I am gilding the cracks with gold. By the time Thursday's sun begins to dip, you will feel a profound sense of enoughness. You are enough because I am enough in you. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your anxieties, and you will eat in peace while they watch from a distance, unable to touch you. The tears that have been building behind your eyes, the ones you've been holding back so you wouldn't fall apart, are allowed to fall now. But watch how they change. They are the irrigation for the new garden I am planting in your spirit. They are washing away the dust of the desert you've been wandering in for so long. You are almost at the Friday threshold where the transformation becomes visible to the world. Stay in this moment with me. Don't run ahead into next month's worries. There is a specific miracle hidden in the next 12 hours, a suddenly that has your name written on it in the ink of my promise. We are walking together and my pace is perfect. You are safe, you are seen, and you are deeply, unshakably loved.